Good morning, students. We are going to start with the lecture. I'll be answering all your other queries after the lecture in the last 5 minutes. So let me just begin with from where we left last time. So we were discussing directional derivative. I had given you the meaning of this. The directional derivative is the rate of change of a function. So it can be any function of more than one variable, but here we looked at a function of two variables, right? So f is a function of x and y. So you want to find its d by ds at a particular point in a particular direction u at a particular point p naught, where u is u1i plus u2j is the direction vector. It is the unit vector which will be given to you, and p naught is a point x naught comma y naught. So we looked at that this is the formula for finding the value of directional derivative: x naught plus su1 y naught plus su2 minus fx naught y naught by s. That means how much you are moving along unit vector is s units. Individual component wise you are moving x naught to this value is x naught plus s times u1. So this is s times u1, and in y direction this value x naught remains x naught, y naught remains y naught plus s u2. The same definition can be generalized to function of three variables also. If there will be three variables, then there will be three components, and the unit vector will be like u1i plus u2j plus u3k. So I gave you one question in which we were given this function. I'm repeating that because we had some instability in the internet last time. So this was a function, this was the point 1 comma 2, and this was the direction vector which was given 1 by square root 2 I cap plus 1 by square root 2 j cap. So if you apply this definition, right, so you will be getting df by ds at u comma p naught, so this point is p naught, is equal to limit s tending to 0. So you substitute everything. When you substitute everything, so x naught is 1, s is s, u1 is this one 1 by root 2, comma y naught is 2, as you can see y naught is 2 plus s by root 2 minus f at x naught y naught f1 comma 2 x naught y naught divided by s. So it's very easy to solve this one. All what you have to do is function की definition apply करनी है आपको. X square plus xy is given to you, so you use this function definition here for both these, and final answer will you be getting is 5 by root 2. I have solved this in detail in the notes, so you can check your calculations from there, and I hope you'll be finding it easily. So next thing which we are going to talk about, I also talked about it in the last lecture, that just like for the derivatives, we have a definition of first principles, but to do the questions we always do not use that definition. We directly use the formulas. Obviously those formulas have been derived using that definition, but the formulas make our life much easier in calculus. So same is going to happen for directional derivative also. We are going to look at an alternate formula which is very easy to implement, because you can say this question was also easy, this was not much difficult, because the function which was given to you was not a very complicated or difficult kind of function, it was just a polynomial. Had it been some difficult function, or had the dimension been 3 dimensions, so your calculations are going to be lengthier. It's not about difficult, it's about the question answer getting lengthier. So let's see what is that alternate way. What is alternate way or formula to find directional derivative. So we'll be using this formula in the questions. Right? So try to understand how we are deriving this. So we are deriving this using chain rule. So you know df by ds, this is the notation of directional derivative. And I know my f is a function of x and y originally. So if I want to draw the tree diagram for this, and x and y further are function of s, because if you remember how this x is connected, there I used last time x dash y dash, but doesn't matter, it's just x y, any point. So x is x naught plus s times u1, y is y naught plus s times u2. And in this, if you notice carefully, x naught is fixed, u1 is fixed. Fixed means you will be given a specific direction, so it is not a variable. Similarly, y naught is fixed because you will be given a specific point, so x naught y naught is fixed, and u2 is also fixed. So ultimately this x and y are dependent on s. That is why I have drawn this tree diagram, right? So hope you understand the hierarchy. F is a function of x and y are function of s. So now I want to find the derivative of f with respect to s. So I'll be using chain rule. So using chain rule, what should I write here? There will be two intermediate variables, so there will be two terms. So it will be del f by del x dot dx by ds plus del f by del y dot dy by ds. So all of you know now the chain rule, so it's very easy to understand. Using chain rule, I have written this. Now I want to just further simplify this one. Okay, so let's first simplify this. How can I write it in a better way? So you know what is dx by ds? Because this is what we usually do in the questions. जो हमें पता है हम उसकी वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट कर देंगे, जो नहीं पता है we'll keep it like that. Since we are deriving for a general function f x y, so f के लिए तो कोई substitution नहीं है. We do have the substitution for these two. So can you write in the chat box what is dx by ds? What is the value of dx by ds? You look at the definition of x, yeah, it's easy to find. Derivative of x with respect to s is u1, because x naught तो constant है, 0 हो जाएगा, u1 multiplied में है. So this is del f by del x dot u1. Similarly, this is del f by del y dot u2. dy by ds is u2. Now this can be written like del f by del x I cap plus del f by del y j cap dot product with u1i plus u2j. So this is you can say a clever step. All what you need to know, you need not remember the derivation of it, you just need to understand it, right? So what I have done cleverly, u1 u2 को vector की form में लिखने के लिए, because I could see these are the component wise multiplication of two vectors. So this introduces this factor, this introduces this expression here. So this one is a vector, which is this will be given to us, obviously. This will be the unit vector. And this one is having a specific name. I'm going to define now a new vector. So obviously, a directional derivative find करने के लिए, all what you need to do is to find this one, because this is already known to you. Now, what is this particular thing defined like? And one more point, we were not finding the general directional derivative. हमने u तो use कर लिया, but हमें पता है कि point भी fix होता है, right? P naught, our P naught is also fixed. We cannot just find without the point because it will not be defined. So P naught हमें substitute करना है यहाँ पे. So P naught कहाँ पे substitute होगा? In the first component, because this is not a function of x and y. u1 u2 will be having fixed values like I plus j, 2i plus 2j means, obviously they are not unit vectors, but you know vectors how they are defined. They are not having any dependency on x and y. So x and y की जो values आएंगी वो इधर आएंगी. Del f by del x में, del f by del y में. These two will be functions of x and y. तो जो point substitute होगा x naught comma y naught, वो इस expression में होगा, right? P naught. So let me write it very neatly. So df by ds at u comma p naught is del f by del x I cap plus del f by del y j cap, this vector evaluated at point p naught, dot product taken with the u cap, where u is my unit vector. So p naught be given hoga, u be given hoga, or f be given hoga. So we can just use this formula and get this. So can you anybody identify what is this? Do you know its name? What is this kind of vector? Have you ever heard about it before? You might have. If you have studied vector calculus or the physics. Gradient, yes, this is the gradient, Divanshi. You're right, this is the gradient vector. So this is denoted by, this is the symbol, the triangle, inverted triangle, del f, right? So this is a gradient vector evaluated at p naught dot u cap. So you see how precise the formula becomes. So this del f at p naught, so normally हम ऐसे लिखते हैं del f dot u cap, वो understood होता है कि point substitute करना ही करना है. So you see the formula is very easy. Directional derivative of f at p naught in the direction of u is just the gradient vector dot product with the unit vector, right? So those things are very much simplified. Okay, so somebody is asking how we get from here to here. So I am explaining it again. So you can see that this quantity is, I have just broken down. If you can understand it, if you go reverse, this is equivalent to this. अगर आप दो vectors का dot product लेते हो, this is what exactly you're going to get. Del f by del x dot u1 component wise, I cap into I cap will be 1 plus del f by del y dot u2. Dot means ये dot is just the multiplication because ये सब scalars हैं. ये vectors हैं. ये वाला dot is just not the dot product. These are all scalar quantities. Don't get confused. But this one which I have written, this is definitely mentioning the dot for the dot product. So let's do some questions using this formula. So gradient find करेंगे और हम dot product unit vector से ले लेंगे. So del f is called. So this gradient vector has many applications. You will find more of them in many subjects related to mechanics. Del f is the gradient vector, and obviously it's a vector. How it is defined? Let me write again. Del f by del x I cap plus, sorry, del f by del y j cap. Now the same thing can be generalized to three variables also. If you have three variables, so say f is a function of x, y, z, in that case your gradient vector is going to be fx I cap, fy j cap. Del f by del x के लिए partial derivatives के लिए I'm using the subscript notation. So fx I cap plus fy j cap plus fz k cap. In that case, obviously your u is also going to be three components, right? I'm telling you simultaneously because you will find the both kind of questions, two variables also and three variables also. So let's do one example. So the statement of the question is find the derivative of, I told you this last time, they will never mention find the directional derivative, but you have to read the statement and understand carefully that they are asking for the directional derivative. X e raised to power y plus cosine of xy at the point 2, 0 in the direction of some v vector they have defined 3i minus 4j. So when you see the question statement, you see three things are given to us: function, point, and the vector. So function, so obviously I'm supposed to find the directional derivative, and to find the directional derivative, now my first step becomes that I have to first find the gradient vector. Gradient vector and put the point 2, 0. When you will be having enough practice for these kind of questions, so आपको steps में break करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. You will be directly able to do this. So this is my first step. Let's find the gradient vector. So my del f is del f by del x I. That is also known as del. That is also known as del, but the way you write are different. Two variables hai, so there will be two components. Okay, tell me the value of del f by del x from here. What is del f by del x? I'm writing. So this is e raised to power y cos ka derivative minus sine xy into y. So this into I cap plus what is del f by del y? So that is x e raised to power y minus sin xy into x into j cap. So you need not simplify it much इसको directly, क्योंकि ultimately हमें point ही substitute करना है. So आपको ज्यादा simplification की जरूरत नहीं है unless or until they are asking in the question that find the gradient vector explicitly. वैसे भी there is no other step in which you will be just simplifying. So just put the point 2 comma 0. So this is my x naught, this is my y naught. So this is del f at the point 2 comma 0. So for x I have to replace 2, for y I have to put 0. So e raised to power 0 minus sine 2 into 0 into 0 I cap. X is 2, e raised to power 0 minus sine 2 into 0 into 2 j cap. So what is the final answer? ये sin 0 0 बन जाएगा, वैसे भी 0 से multiplied है, but sin 0 we know 0, e raised to power 0 is 1, so this is I cap, and this one is again, this is 0 plus 2 j cap. So I got the value of the gradient. So all what I have to find now is the dot product of the gradient vector with the unit vector. So you look at the direction vector given to me. So should I directly multiply with this v vector, or I need to do some change? You look at v vector, you look at v vector. Yes, I have to convert that into unit vector. So that is an important step you need to learn. Most of the students miss this. They just don't convert the given vector into unit vector. In the previous question, it was already a unit vector, so we did not do anything. But in this question, this is particularly, as you can see, is not a unit vector. So I have to divide it by its magnitude to convert it into a unit vector. So u is v by v norm. So the norm, ये double lines जो हम draw करते हैं, this is called norm. The length of the vector or the magnitude of the vector का notation है. So 3i minus 4j divided by square root of 9 plus 16, that is 5. 3 by 5 I cap minus 4 by 5 j cap. Now I'm done. I have got gradient, I've got the unit vector. Let's just multiply. So the final answer is directional derivative at the point. This is equal to del f dot u cap. So आपने gradient find कर लिया था I plus 2j. So I plus 2j dot u cap is this 3 by 5i minus 4 by 5j. 3 by 5i minus 4 by 5j. So I got the answer 3 by 5 minus 8 by 5 minus 5 by 5, which is minus 1. So that is our answer. So be careful. The final answer has to be a scalar quantity, because that is a rate of change. It's a directional derivative, but it's a magnitude. It's itself not a vector. It's the dot product of two vectors, so it has to be a scalar quantity. अब बहुत सारे बच्चे गलत कर देते हैं, यहाँ पे आके उसको वेक्टर फॉर्म में लिख देते हैं, which is wrong. So you verify your final answer should be a scalar. So that was the easy part. Now you can practice plenty of questions like this. So let's just quickly take one more question in which we have the three variables. I'm directly writing the function. This is xy plus yz plus zx. I want all of you to do it simultaneously. This is the p naught, and this is the direction vector 3i plus 6j minus 2k. Sometimes they don't write caps here, 3i, they just write 3i plus 6j minus 2k. So that should be understood. That is nothing but the unit vector only. It just for simplicity, they do not write the caps. So ये direction vector है, point given है, function given है. So just apply the formula and get to know the answer. Yes, minus 1 was the answer of the previous question. I want all of you to solve this one and let me know the answer. Right? So ये three variables है. So the gradient vector will be fxi, fyj, fzk. So quickly fx, x में दो हैं. So that will be y plus z I cap. Fy will be x plus z j cap. Fz will be x plus y k cap. Point कौन सा substitute करना है? 1 minus 1 2. So x की जगह पे 1, y की जगह पे minus 1, z की जगह पे 2. So it's 2 minus 1, which is 1 I cap. It's 1 plus 2. This is 3. and this is 1 minus 1 0. So automatically उसमें third component coincidentally जो है खत्म हो गया है, but doesn't matter, we just need to evaluate that. So this is the gradient vector, and then yeah, unit vector you have to find by dividing this given vector A with its length. So this will be 3 by 7i plus 6 by 7j minus 2 by 7k. So you can find the directional derivative by the dot product. So that will be 3 is the answer. You can see on multiplying this vector with this vector, we are getting 3 as an answer. So it's easy. These kind of questions, there are plenty in the tutorial sheet as well as in your book. So practice and done. So now let's do the next thing, the next topic which we want to talk about. It's in continuation of directional derivative. So we want to understand few properties of directional derivative. So for that, let's just consider del f dot u. U, again I'm telling you, u is unit vector only. We have seen in the questions, if it is not a unit vector, we have to convert that into the unit vector. So if I'm not even writing u cap, so it's understood, it's a vector. So del f dot u, I know is, you know, dot product को हम कैसे simplify करते हैं? This way, right? A dot b, a vector dot b vector is mod of a mod of b cos theta. That is what it is, right? And what is theta? Can anybody tell me what is theta? ये सब तो पढ़ा हुआ है आपने. Theta is the angle between जो आपके दोनों वेक्टर्स हैं जिनका आप डॉट प्रोडक्ट ले रहे हो, ग्रेडियंट एंड द यूनिट वेक्टर. सो थीटा इज द एंगल बिटवीन देम. नाउ व्हाट इज mod of u? This is the magnitude of unit vector, which is 1. So essentially this is this only. So that means this derivative, directional derivative del f dot u has been simplified further in this magnitude of the gradient vector into cos theta. हमें ये वाला जो टेक्निक आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन, we need not use this technique in these kind of questions, because this was a formula and we were very easily able to find. This additional calculation which we are doing is for some different kind of questions, some different kind of properties we want to understand, right? Because otherwise theta is generally not given to us, so we can't use this formula in those questions. But this is for different questions, as you will see when we'll do the examples of this. Okay, so this is something here. So I know that this cos theta is having a range. Obviously it lies between -1 and 1. So let's just discuss few cases. So when cos theta is 1, cos theta is 1 means it's the maximum value. अब ये एक पैरामीटर है, ये एक फंक्शन है. We are now interested in looking at the rate of change is maximum, right? In which direction? See, आपको एक फॉर्मूला मिला है, ये क्या कर रहा है? डायरेक्शनल डेरिवेटिव बता रहा है. डायरेक्शनल डेरिवेटिव मींस एक पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्शन में रेट ऑफ चेंज बता रहा है. अब मैं दूसरी डायरेक्शन दूंगी तो आप उस डायरेक्शन में भी रेट ऑफ चेंज फाइंड कर लोगे. तो इनफाइनाइटली मेनी डायरेक्शंस हैं, राइट? अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि कौन सी डायरेक्शन में मैक्सिमम है, तो आप पुराने फॉर्मूला से नहीं बता पाओगे. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर, बिकॉज वहां तो आप मैक्सिमम 10 डायरेक्शन सब्स्टिट्यूट करके देख लोगे और उनमें से मैक्सिमम बता दोगे, बट दैट्स गोइंग टू बी more precisely a wrong answer, because out of finitely many directions जो भी हम maximum choose करेंगे, that may not be the real maximum. Means we are trying to look at when the rate of change of the function is maximum. So that's why we are using this technique. So this is now something which is dependent on the f. ये तो फंक्शन टू फंक्शन वेरी करेगा ग्रेडियंट, तो उसके ऊपर तो हम कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते हैं. बट वी वांट टू गिव अ जनरल स्टेटमेंट व्हिच इज एप्लीकेबल फॉर ऑल द क्वेश्चंस, ऑल द कॉन्सेप्ट. So we are going to look at when this cos theta is maximum, right? So we are trying to figure out when is the directional derivative maximum, or in which direction the directional derivative is maximum, or in which direction the rate of change of function is maximum. So that is going to be maximum when, cos theta is maximum. बिकॉज ये तो फंक्शन टू फंक्शन वेरी करेगा, तो जब कॉस थीटा मैक्सिमम होगा तो उसकी मैक्सिमम वैल्यू हो जाएगी. सो कॉस थीटा की मैक्सिमम वैल्यू क्या है? 1. So now we are interested in अब cos theta 1 कब होगा. So you see how we have evolved our question. Directional derivative कब maximum होगा, ये वाली quantity कब maximum होगी, further reduces to ये कब maximum होगा, और ये maximum होता है 1. अब theta क्या होगा? So now you need to tell me what is the theta. So when cos theta is 1, so theta is 0 degree, right? So we know that answer, that theta is 0 degree. Okay, we are right now in just one period, 2 pi के period में ही हम आंसर कर रहे हैं. Obviously आप plus minus 2n pi कर सकते हो, so that is going to be infinitely many solutions to the same problem, but we are just answering within a periods of 2 pi. So we know theta is 0. So theta 0 का अब physical significance क्या है? थीटा 0 का फिजिकल सिग्निफिकेंस जानने के लिए यू हैव टू लुक एट व्हाट इज थीटा. सो थीटा इज द एंगल बिटवीन डेल एफ एंड यू. दैट इज द ग्रेडियंट वेक्टर del f and the unit vector which is u are parallel to each other. So you know this, right? थीटा 0, किसी भी दो वेक्टर्स के बीच में एंगल का 0 होना मींस दे आर पैरेलल टू ईच अदर. इट्स वेरी इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड. एनी टू वेक्टर्स आर पैरेलल, सो द एंगल बिटवीन देम इज 0 डिग्री. सो दैट मींस जो डेल एफ की डायरेक्शन होगी, बिकॉज वी नो द ग्रेडियंट वेक्टर इज आल्सो अ वेक्टर, और जो यूनिट वेक्टर की डायरेक्शन होगी दैट इज गोइंग टू बी सेम. तो ग्रेडियंट वेक्टर का तो मैग्नीट्यूड कुछ भी हो सकता है, बट हमें पता है उसी डायरेक्शन में अगर आप यूनिट वेक्टर लोगे, इन दैट केस आपका डायरेक्शनल डेरिवेटिव क्या आएगा? मैक्सिमम आएगा. सो इस सबको अब हम एक कंक्लूजन वाली स्टेटमेंट में लिख रहे हैं. दैट इज, व्हाट इज द कंक्लूजन फ्रॉम हियर? द रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ अ फंक्शन f xy is maximum when, maximum in the direction of gradient vector. यही क्वेश्चन हमने पुट अप किया था ना कि किस वेक्टर की डायरेक्शन है, किस डायरेक्शन में हमारा रेट ऑफ चेंज मैक्सिमम होगा. सो आई टोल्ड यू दिस here when I defined the gradient vector that it has many applications, the gradient vector. So this is one of the important results of the calculus, that any function whose rate of change it's maximum in the direction of the gradient vector. Means if you go along the gradient vector, you will see the maximum change. The change is going to be rapid and that change is going to be positive. अब ये तो हमने बोल दिया rate of change सबसे ज्यादा है, but वो rate of change अब positive है कि negative है? So if you look at the value of this, so this is mod del f into 1, which is mod del f, which is positive. So that means rate of change सबसे ज्यादा है, और rate of change किसके equal है? दो चीजें आंसर कर रहे हैं. rate of change सबसे ज्यादा है किस डायरेक्शन में? del f की डायरेक्शन में. अब कोई पूछेगा कितना ज्यादा है, उसका मैग्नीट्यूड कितना है. आप कह रहे हो कोई क्वांटिटी ना बहुत ज्यादा है, या सॉरी यू आर सेइंग कोई इस डायरेक्शन में मैक्सिमम है. देन द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन द पर्सन इज गोइंग टू आस्क, अच्छा कितना है? सो उसका मैग्नीट्यूड इज मॉड ऑफ डेल एफ, और वो पॉजिटिव है बिकॉज वी नो द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द वेक्टर इज पॉजिटिव. सो एक्चुअली वी कैन रीराइट दैट f increases because we know that if the derivative is positive, so actually the function is increasing, monotonically increasing. So f increases most rapidly in the direction of del f. So this is the conclusion up to here. cos theta का maximum होगा, del f की डायरेक्शन में होगा, उसका मैग्नीट्यूड होगा mod del f, और वो इंक्रीज कर रहा है. राइट, सो लेट्स डू द सेकंड केस. सो सेकंड केस में हम मिनिमम फाइंड करेंगे. सो मिनिमम इज जस्ट द ऑपोजिट, cos थीटा इज -1. सो cos थीटा -1 मींस थीटा इज पाई 180 डिग्री. So theta is pi means theta is the angle between del f and u. That means the gradient vector and the unit vector are anti-parallel. They are exactly opposite to each other. एक नॉर्थ है तो दूसरा साउथ है, एक ईस्ट है तो दूसरा वेस्ट है. दिस इज ग्रेडियंट, सो दिस इज द डायरेक्शन ऑफ यूनिट वेक्टर. द एंगल बिटवीन देम इज 180 degree, they are anti-parallel to each other. That means if you go in the direction exactly opposite to the gradient function, आप gradient vector की exactly opposite direction में move करना शुरू कर दो, तो उस direction में जो function की variation होगी, जो derivative होगा, that is going to be minimum. So minimum means, or you can understand is negative direction में maximum होगा, right? So cos theta we know 1 and -1. Positive वाली side ये maxima है, negative वाली side ये maxima है. So there are two ways to say the same statement. The function decreases. Decreases क्यों word use कर रही हूँ मैं? Because the value of the directional derivative is going to be del f dot u is mod del f into cos theta. अब cos theta कितना हो गया है? -1. So this is minus del f. So since this is a negative rate of change, so that's why actually function is decreasing, but it is decreasing most rapidly in the direction. कौन सी direction में? Exactly opposite to del f. अब किसी भी वेक्टर की exactly opposite direction कौन सी होती है? If I ask you, this is the vector I plus j. Give me a vector which defines the direction exactly opposite to I plus j. What vector you will write? This is the vector I plus j. Give me a vector which defines the direction of exactly opposite to I plus j. What it should be? The negative. Yeah, the negative of the vector. Okay, minus. So the same here in the direction of minus del f, क्योंकि जो u वेक्टर है वो del f की exactly opposite direction में होगा. तो f decreases most rapidly in the direction of minus del f and rate of change वो decrease हो रहा है और उसका rate of change क्या है? उसका मैग्नीट्यूड मॉड डेल एफ है, बट ऑब्वियसली उसका साइन अगर हम इंक्लूड करेंगे तो वो नेगेटिव है, तभी हम उसको डिक्रीजिंग बोल पा रहे हैं. सो दिस इज अ कंक्लूजन फॉर द फर्स्ट पार्ट. F increases most rapidly in the direction of del f and F decreases most rapidly in the direction of minus del f. So the kind of question which you will be doing will be asking you these kind of things. Okay, that what is the direction in which function increases most rapidly. So आपको immediately समझ में आ जाएगा, अच्छा ये सिर्फ gradient find करने के लिए बोल रहे हैं, because हमें पता है from this theory that del f की direction में function increases most rapidly, del f के opposite function decreases most rapidly. So now we are left with the third property. So if cos theta is 0, 1 ले लिया, -1 ले लिया, let's just discuss this case. So cos theta 0 means theta pi by 2. So that means your del f vector and the unit vector are orthogonal or perpendicular to each other. Right? So that means अगर आप gradient vector के orthogonal move कर रहे हो तो आपका rate of change क्या है? क्या हो जाएगा आपका? del f dot u is mod del f cos theta. Cos theta तो 0 हो गया, so this is 0. So that means rate of change of the function is 0. In which direction? In the direction orthogonal or perpendicular is the other word to the which vector? Gradient vector. So gradient के perpendicular जाओगे तो उस direction में rate of change of function is 0. Function में variation ही नहीं होना है, right? Nothing is changing in the direction perpendicular to del f. Okay, so these are the three things. So perpendicular to del f, एक दो vectors होंगे perpendicular to del f. One will be u, means whatever, one will be this and one will be the opposite of this. So let's quickly just do one question, so आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि what kind of question we are going to have for this. So this is the same statement which I am just repeating again and again. Find the directions in which the function, so you are given the function x square by 2 plus y square by 2. First part, increases most rapidly at the point 1,1. Point हमेशा given होगा. Decreases most rapidly at the point 1,1 and we need to find the direction of zero change or no चेंज इन एफ। सो आपको क्वेश्चन पढ़ के समझ में आ गया, आपको क्या फाइंड करना है, डेल एफ, क्योंकि डेल एफ की डायरेक्शन में इंक्रीजेस मोस्ट रैपिडली है, उसी की ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में डिक्रीजेस है, और उसके परपेंडिकुलर डायरेक्शन में जीरो चेंज है। सो द आंसर टू ए पार्ट इज एफ इंक्रीजेस मोस्ट रैपिडली in the direction of del f. So del f बस find करना है हमें. So del f is fxi fyj. It's a function of two variables, so there will be two components. What is fx? Xi plus yj. Very easily you can calculate. And now you need to substitute the point 1, 1. So del f at 1, 1 is simply I plus j. So I got the answer to a part. F increases most rapidly in this direction. So I'm just asking a question to all of you. Is this answer complete? Is it okay to write like this? Somebody wants to add anything? Okay, if you're answering no, then why? Okay, because we have to write it, it's along, sorry, we have to divide it by its magnitude and then write. जब भी आपको कोई बोलेगा give me the direction vector, you never tell him I plus j. You have to tell him I plus j by square root 2. That is the accurate answer. Okay, वैसे I plus j से clear हो जाता है कौन सी direction है, but precisely mathematically you have to answer. If you are asked the direction in the question, you have to answer in the terms of a unit vector, right? So this del f is I plus j, and the rate of change, the magnitude of rate of change, you can say, although magnitude they have not asked, but we need to otherwise also find, क्योंकि हमें divide करना है उसको unit vector में convert करने के लिए. So the magnitude of rate of change is mod of del f, which is square root of 2. So final answer is direction in the direction of I plus j by root 2. So this is also another important point. Give your answers in terms of direction. So that's the answer to A part. Similarly, you can answer B part, directly write. क्योंकि नया तो कुछ निकालना नहीं है, del f तो आप कंप्यूट कर ही चुके हो, सो लिखना ही है f decreases most rapidly in the direction of minus I minus j by root 2. बिल्कुल उसके ऑपोजिट. जो भी del f आया उसको नेगेटिव से मल्टीप्लाई कर देना है. ऑब्वियसली मैग्नीट्यूड जो है उसका सेम रहेगा. So yeah, that's the answer to B part. Let's move to C part. C part के लिए हमें थोड़ा सा एफर्ट करना पड़ेगा. So you need to find direction of zero change. So actually I need to find a vector, say some vector A, which is perpendicular to which vector? Del f. So A वेक्टर मुझे फाइंड करना है, क्योंकि जीरो चेंज के लिए आई नो मुझे वो वेक्टर फाइंड करने हैं जो जो ऑर्थोगोनल है, परपेंडिकुलर है del f के. So how to find a vector which is perpendicular to del f? This is the question. So क्योंकि आप two variables में हो, so I can assume a b से ai plus bj. आप कोई भी notation use कर सकते हो. I am using a. So let a vector be ai plus bj. Now since this a vector is perpendicular to the gradient vector, so what can I use? What property can I use? Since a vector is perpendicular to del f, so what can I imply from here? Can you tell? Dot product is zero. Yeah, that's what I have to use. दो perpendicular vectors का dot product zero होता है. So a dot del f has to be zero. So del f आपने already find किया हुआ है, I plus j, right? So a is ai plus bj dot I plus j is equal to 0. आपको यहाँ पे square root 2 को रखना है नहीं रखना है कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, because you know यहाँ पे कोई यूनिट वेक्टर का कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं होता है पहली बार, और दूसरी बात रख भी लोगे तो इसमें इधर जाके जीरो ही हो जाना है. सो हियर एक्चुअली यू डोंट नीड दिस वन. सो आई जस्ट नीड टू सॉल्व दिस इक्वेशन टू गेट द वैल्यूज ऑफ a and b, and that way I will be right. Okay, let me be more appropriate. इसको a1 a2 लिख लेते हैं, a b कंफ्यूज कर रहे हैं, a1 a2. so इसको सॉल्व करोगे you will get a1 plus a2 is equal to 0. So this way I will be getting a2 is minus a1. So a vector is a1i minus a1j. So क्योंकि एक ही कंडीशन है तो दो वेरिएबल्स हैं तो एक ही वेरिएबल की वैल्यू निकलेगी दूसरे की टर्म्स में. तो आई हैव फाउंड a2 इन टर्म्स ऑफ a1. आप उल्टा भी कर सकते हो. So a2 I have substituted here. So this is my a vector. So this is a1 I minus j. अब आप बोलोगे कि this is not a complete answer because इसमें a1 अभी भी एक unknown है. a1 तो कुछ भी हो सकता है. But you remember हमें क्या आंसर करना है? डायरेक्शन. हमें डायरेक्शन बतानी है तो मैग्नीट्यूड हमें एलिमिनेट करना पड़ेगा. सो द u वेक्टर, और आप कोई और नोटेशन यूज कर सकते हो, द वेक्टर perpendicular to del f will be a by mod of a. मैं don't get confused, मैं कई बार डबल लाइन से मॉड लिख रही हूँ. एक्चुअल नोटेशन यही होता है, नॉर्म होता है, बट आप सिंगल भी यूज कर सकते हो. या सो व्हाट इज दिस गोइंग टू बी? a1 तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा. आप इसको सॉल्व करोगे, यू विल बी गेटिंग i minus j by square root of 2. राइट? इसको सॉल्व करके देखोगे, a की वैल्यू यहाँ पे सब्स्टिट्यूट करोगे. Let me do the calculation here. So it's a1 I minus j और मैग्नीट्यूड क्या होगा? a1 स्क्वायर प्लस a2 a1 ही है दोनों. So a1 तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा. You will be left with I minus j by square root of 2 plus minus. Plus minus कहाँ से आएगा? Because you know square root of a1 square will be plus minus. सॉरी, नॉट स्क्वायर रूट, तो हमेशा हम प्लस ही लिखते हैं, बट ये नेगेटिव जो है हमारे पास आएगा विद द लॉजिक दैट देयर आर ऑलवेज टू डायरेक्शंस व्हिच आर ऑर्थोगोनल. आपने एक फाइंड कर ली, सो द अदर वन इज जस्ट ऑपोजिट. सो फॉर दिस पार्ट द आंसर इज आई माइनस जे बाय रूट 2 प्लस माइनस. देयर आर दीज टू डायरेक्शंस along which there will be zero change. So that's all about the directional derivative. One more kind of question is left. We'll discuss that next time. Now I can take your doubts. So first thing I want to ask you whether all of you appeared in the mock test. Is there anybody who did not appear in the mock test? Raise your hands if somebody wants to add anything regarding the test or the mock test. 10 marks is going to be the test for 8th. आंसर की मॉक टेस्ट की बेटा क्या करोगे आपको जान के? दैट वाज जस्ट आंसर की, दैट वाज जस्ट टेक्निकल चेक. नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आपके टाइमिंग के अकॉर्डिंग ही होंगे. इट्स नॉट फिक्स्ड, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द क्वेश्चन. सम क्वेश्चन कैन बी लेंथी, सम कैन बी you know short in time, so accordingly it will be a combination of the questions. The kind of questions you got, किसी का न्यूमेरिकल आंसर है, किसी का मल्टीपल आंसर्स करेक्ट है, तो वो आपको मॉक टेस्ट में इसीलिए इस तरह के एग्जांपल्स दिए गए. नो डोंट ट्राई टू प्रिडिक्ट द लेवल ऑफ क्वेश्चंस विल बी सेम. मॉक टेस्ट में लेवल ऑफ क्वेश्चंस का कोई ध्यान नहीं रखा गया था. Yuvraj, right now I'm not having access to the questions which they asked in the mock test because it was done from the coordinator side. And it was random question. You can ask me specific question and then I can answer.
मैम 8.6 एक्सरसाइज में एरर एस्टिमेशन दिया हुआ है, वो आना है?
Sorry?
मैम in the 8.6 exercise in Thomas and Finney there's error estimation.
क्या given है? Sorry, I'm not able to hear you.
Error estimation.
Error estimation. No, that is not a part of the test.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
मैम ऐसे कितने क्विज होंगे?
हाँ,
मैम अभी एक से ज्यादा क्विज होंगे क्या हमारे?
अभी तो एक ही है. उसके बाद आपके MST होंगे लेट इन द दिसंबर. MST के लिए मल्टीपल टेस्ट होंगे और कॉम्बिनेशंस यूज होंगे, मतलब बेस्ट 2 of 3 विल बी यूज्ड. आपको मिलेगी सारी इंस्ट्रक्शंस. MST अभी लेट है, बट राइट नाउ जस्ट फोकस ऑन दिस क्विज.
मैंने कल दिया था मैम, मेरा सबमिट नहीं हुआ मैम.
हाँ, यही चीजें तो आपको सीखनी है ना. आप टाइम से सबमिट नहीं करोगे, देखो वो जीरो मार्क्स मिलेंगे. बिकॉज
उसमें ऐसा होता है कि मैम अगर हमको 1 सेकंड भी हम लेट किया तो वो लेता नहीं है.
हाँ, नहीं लेगा, ऑब्वियसली वो नहीं लेगा.
मैम तो हमें मैम फिर
that is the only thing you have to practice actually, because Google फॉर्म में ऑटो सबमिशंस नहीं होते हैं, कि हम ये वाला ऑप्शन नहीं यूज कर सकते कि लेट भी सबमिट हो। उसमें फिक्स टाइम जो ऑलरेडी फिक्स्ड है उसी के अंदर आपको सबमिट प्रेस करना है। So you make sure, will give you obviously the time accordingly, but you make sure that you are doing well in time.
मैम तो जैसे हम गूगल फॉर्म खोलते हैं उसमें कुछ डिटेल्स भी लिखनी होती है, तो मैम हम वो पहले ही स्टार्ट कर दे, जैसे 15 पे स्टार्ट है तो हम 10 पे वो खोल सकते हैं लिंक?
वो लिंक पीछे से टाइम से ही एक्टिवेट होगा, डोंट वरी, ऐसा नहीं है। आपको क्वेश्चंस करने के लिए सफिशिएंट टाइम मिलेगा, विल नॉट डेलिबरेटली हरी अप,
ओके मैम।
बट यू जस्ट नीड टू टेक केयर ऑफ कि आप अपनी वॉच सेट कर लो ना कि 6:15 पे है, और इफ इट इज 6:30 तो आप 6:25 मान के चलो कि 6:25 तक मुझे करना है। तो 1-2 मिनट कई बार इंटरनेट चला गया, ये हो गया वो हो गया, तो यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल इन दैट,
ओके मैम।
राइट?
क्वेश्चंस का लेवल सेम रहेगा?
नो नो, नथिंग लाइक दैट।
मैम तो फिर आप एक थोड़े हम बता दो किस लेवल के क्वेश्चन आएंगे?
ऐसा तो बेटा मेरे पास भी इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है। आप लोग ट्यूटोरियल शीट्स करो, थॉमस फिने के क्वेश्चंस करो, लेक्चर नोट्स तो है ही आपके पास, सब कुछ
Excuse me,
है।
मैम।
यस
मैम एक एमसीक्यू के मल्टीपल आंसर्स भी हो सकते हैं मैम। अगर
अगर
जैसे
ऐसा होगा तो वहां लिखा होगा कि मींस लिखा होगा, हाँ, वो टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन, देयर वाज वन क्वेश्चन ऑफ दिस काइंड इन द मॉक टेस्ट।
तो मैम सारे जो भी, अगर 2 ऑप्शन करेक्ट है तो वी नीड टू टेक 2 ऑप्शंस, अगर एक टिक किया देन मार्क्स विल बी
हाँ, वो पार्शियल नहीं होता है उसमें, इट डजंट वर्क लाइक दैट। वो पूरा करेक्ट, दोनों करेक्ट होंगे तभी होगा, नहीं तो नहीं होगा। देयर इज नो नथिंग लाइक पार्शियल मार्किंग फॉर ए क्वेश्चन, या कोई क्वेश्चन पूरा ठीक है या पूरा गलत है।
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम।
हम टाइम लिमिट 15 मिनट्स था, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग आएंगे ना क्वेश्चंस?
हाँ हाँ, डोंट वरी अबाउट दीज थिंग्स, आप सिर्फ पढ़ाई करो, राइट? एंड वन मोर थिंग, ऑन मंडे आई मे हैव एक्स्ट्रा क्लास, तो मैं आपको कल इवनिंग तक बता दूंगी, क्योंकि जो लास्ट वीक की हमारी क्लासेस मिस हुई हैं तो उनको भी कवर अप करना है। तो मैं एक्स्ट्रा क्लास शेड्यूल करके आई लेट यू नो, इट्स पॉसिबल बट नॉट 100% श्योर, तो आई विल लेट यू नो अबाउट इट।
मैम,
यस,
1/3 to the power n minus 1 plus 1 convergent होगा या divergent?
आई डिडंट रीड दैट।
मैम कन्वर्जेंट होगा।
कन्वर्जेंट होगा मैम रेशियो टेस्ट से।
क्या क्वेश्चन है?
यस मैम।
1/3 raised to power n minus 1, अच्छा 3 की power n minus 1 plus 1, yeah, you can easily compare it with the GP series 1/3 raised to comparison test से भी हो सकता है। 3 raised to power n minus 1 ही है ना, देखो डिनोमिनेटर में सिर्फ +1 एक्स्ट्रा है, आप ये देखो ना, इट इज दिस n minus 1 plus 1, दिस इज योर सीरीज। अब डिनोमिनेटर में ये एक्स्ट्रा है, तो दिस कैन, यहाँ से हिंट हो जाता है कि दिस कैन बी इजिली कंपेयर्ड विद 1/3 raised to power n minus 1, क्योंकि जब n विल बी वेरी वेरी लार्ज, ये फैक्टर का कोई इफेक्ट नहीं ना रहेगा। सो इफ यू कंपेयर इट विद दिस and solve this limit, then you will get the answer that this behave alike, and since this is GP series with 1/3, so done, convergent.
Okay ma'am.
Okay, so that's all for today. I'll upload the lectures. I was not well, so I could not upload the lectures. Today I will upload both of the previous one as well as today's. Thank you.